I've decided. I'm selling out. I'm done with being a small channel. I do all this work and for what? No one's here. Look at these empty chairs. I'll get into the big topics and get enough money to go to the Bahamas for a month. The Switch 2. Growing up, my only Nintendo console was a Game Boy Advance SP with an NES skin, and I loved it. Then all my friends moved on to the DS and got Pokémon Diamond. Well, I went to the PSP instead. No regrets though, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 was the real deal. But now it's time to give Nintendo another shot and get the Switch 2 with all its extras. Actually, just the console, please. This move by Nintendo shouldn't be a surprise. Their past is full of really weird gimmicks, so don't get triggered when they decided to announce a camera or a game chat button. I'll show you how absurd they can actually get. Nintendo playing cards. This is not the weird part, it's just how the company started. They sold nothing but cards for the first 70 years of their existence, until they partnered with Disney, going from selling playing cards to selling playing cards, with Disney characters. This actually brought in good money and they finally had the cash to invest big. Noticing that kids were a great market, the next step should be pretty straightforward. They naturally decided to invest in adult entertainment. They got it wrong. The goal was to focus on kids, not kid making. They failed to see that the path to the pot of gold was family entertainment, and instead opened a bunch of love hotels. They even made these love tester devices that measured how compatible two people were by having them hold hands and stare into each other's eyes. And all while expanding their playing card business to now include naked girls. Pretty wild to think of a company making Disney products, at the same time they were doing porn. But hey, these were weird times. Baby boom in the early 70s, Nintendo wanted a piece of that. So they made the twins. Targeting twins, when they only make up about 0.5% of babies. They were really just throwing ideas at the wall to see what would stick. They tried instant rice, but it didn't stick. Vacuum cleaners, didn't stick. Taxi company? That one actually kinda stuck, but just for a while, until unions demanded increasing salaries for drivers. Then it didn't stick. So many bad decisions were pushing them towards bankruptcy. I mean, come on Nintendo! Disney Cards was your only real hit! The answer was right there! Just 2 toys already! The Ultra Hands. This mechanical stretching hand almost single-handedly saved the company. And finally, they began making some pretty nice toys. But Nintendo couldn't resist their urge to continue making some truly bizarre products, and those are the ones that matter. There is just something hilarious about things going wrong, that's why failed compilations will be funny till the end of times. They made stuff like the Ultrascope to look on a high shelf or watch over a tall crowd, the light telephone to apparently call someone through light, the Nintendo Time Bomb to bomb per and guns. A lot of guns. Just by looking at all these guns you can tell this was during the height of spaghetti westerns. And by looking at all these blocks you can tell Nintendo was shamelessly making knockoff Legos. This was a perfect Lego clone under a different name. The blocks were the exact same size to the point that you could even connect them with real Lego pieces. This led to Lego eventually suing Nintendo for copyright infringement, as expected, which somehow Lego lost, unexpected. Turns out they had a few blocks that were just different enough so that the court was on Nintendo's side. It's funny how they copied the product to the smallest detail, turned a profit and got away with it. But watch out, if you make a free Pokémon fan game, they'll take you to court and make you face the real Elite Four. How ironic, Nintendo. In the end, their product's quality couldn't match the Lego ones, to the point that their blocks were actually harder to take apart once you put them together. Harder than Lego? No shot! Damn it. God damn it! Thankfully, Nintendo's path in the toy business would eventually shift toward electronic devices. While traveling on a train in 1979, Nintendo's key engineer noticed a bored businessman playing with his calculator. This sparked an idea. What if I could make handheld devices that were both portable and fun to play? The Game & Watch! This console was so successful that it made Nintendo fully commit to gaming, leading to the creation of NES and world-famous franchises like Donkey Kong, Super Mario and Zelda. Then finally, exactly a century after Nintendo was founded, the Game Boy! And that's how Nintendo established itself as a dominant force in the gaming industry, and thankfully, moved away from every other market. The rest of the story you already know. Nintendo's success continues to grow with each generation, with the Switch 2 set to carry on this legacy. Today it's easy to see Nintendo as an international family company that makes cute Animal Crossing games, but at the time they were still figuring things out. It's possible that in a parallel universe Nintendo actually succeeded in the love hotel business and Mario never slid down the pipe.
Mario!
Or at least not the same kind of pipe. Thank you! Thank you so much! I hope you enjoyed it! Thank you! Now please, really, help me. Help me fill some of these chairs before I have to resort to making fail compilations. Some falta esta. Where is my phone? Huh, found it. The rest of the story, you already know. The rest of the story you already know. The rest of the story you already know. The rest of the story is pretty well known. The rest of the story you all... Foda-se.